drop into enemy territory anywhere at a moment's notice. The U.S. Army paratrooper, an air-mobile fighting machine trained to jump out of planes right into battle.
They are, for lack of better words, the John Waynes of the airborne infantry.
These airborne soldiers carry with them a fighting spirit that combines sharp combat skills with the ability to conquer fear and toss themselves out of a moving aircraft.
What do you want to be?
The making of a paratrooper requires a motivated soldier willing to go through the trials of jump school.
I am motivated. Ain't no doubt in my mind that I am motivated. You better get that way.
A loud place where high standards leave no room for second chances.
Why are you walking? Better start doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Take a skyward journey into the paratrooper world to see just what it takes to become airborne.
There's nothing that can hold me back. Nothing can hold me back.
It's 4 a.m. at Fort Benning, Georgia, where on any given Monday morning, jump school headquarters rumbles with tense energy.
If you got a watch, a ring, a Mr. T starter kit on, the only thing you should have on around your neck is your individual dog tags. If you got a watch, ring, or any of that stuff, I'd get rid of it or you find yourself on duty. Gee, imagine that. Failure to follow instructions. You were told Friday, none of that stuff.
And so begins another 3-week basic airborne course at Fort Benning. These 400 men and women have all volunteered for the chance to be elite soldiers.
321, Sergeant Airborne.
With a new course starting every week, Fort Benning churns out up to 16,000 new paratroopers every year.
Attention!
They come from every rank and every branch of the military, from every part of the country and every part of the world, for one reason: to jump out of planes.
You know what you gotta do, right?
Yes, Sergeant.
Get set, airborne. Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There will be no time to stop for those who can't hack it. So jump school starts with a physical fitness test. To qualify, every male soldier has 2 minutes to do 42 push-ups and another 2 minutes to do 52 sit-ups. Every female will have to do 18 push-ups and 50 sit-ups.
1 minute! 24, airborne, arms not parallel to the ground. Arms not parallel to the ground, 24. You gotta get out further. Hey, you two need to get over there. Sit down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop! Be alright, airborne. Be alright.
Next, the men must run 2 miles in under 16 minutes. The women in under 19 minutes.
47, 48, 12, 51, 12, 53, 54, 55, 56,
531 go time.
14 flight attack, airborne.
14, move out.
Sergeant Airborne, 400, 470, excuse me, Sergeant Airborne.
470 time.
1445, Sergeant Airborne.
1445, move out.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're separated.
424 go. 1720. You know to go to the CP when you get back.
1711.
What was your run time?
1804.
1804. You know to go to the CP when you get back, right?
For these soldiers, airborne school will have to be for some other time.
Forward, march! 1, 2, 3, 4.
For those those who've passed this first obstacle, it is but a fleeting victory. The weeks ahead will bring countless more tests of endurance and will. Motivation and dedication will be key.
Take a deep breath! Deeper! What do you want to be? Oh my God! Hey, check these out. I am motivated. Ain't no doubt in my mind that I am motivated. You better get that way. So let's try these again.
Command Sergeant Major Efren Hernandez is just one of Airborne School's many motivating forces.
What do you want to be? A little better. We'll get there. Take seats. All right, Airborne, congratulations. You've made it. 3 weeks from today, you will be a super-duper, highly trained, high-speed paratrooper. You'll have wings on your chest. Too easy. All you got to do is do what Sergeant Airborne says. Do it the first time and do it to the best of your ability. And by God, we'll make you into a paratrooper. Once you get those wings on your chest, you're going to be a paratrooper for the rest of your life.
The students must now focus on their Sergeant Airbornes, the jump school instructors. These black hats are famous for their special blend of teaching techniques.
I'm motivated! 1, 2, 3. You're not motivated.
Okay, there's no running in the harness. You walk at a double time. You walk at
Day one at jump school is an onslaught of new information for these future paratroopers. From learning how to don the parachute to proper body positions when exiting the aircraft.
You will straighten your back. Do it. Look skyward. You extend your hands and arms.
What Sergeant Baldemero behind me is teaching them is called the hit it exercise, which teaches students the 5 points performance when they actually exit the aircraft. Check body position and count. Check canopy and gain canopy control. Keep a sharp lookout for fellow jumpers during your entire descent. Prepare to land and land.
One, and six.
Why are you walking? You better start doing what you're supposed to be doing. You are all Indians. There is only one chief out here.
As day one of jump school's ground week draws to a close, these weary students know they're at least one small step closer to paratrooper status. With little time to recover, it's another loud crack of dawn start on day two.
Got the wings.
Let me see the wings. You got the wings? Yes, sir. You didn't forget them today?
No, sir.
And not Speedway ones, are they?
No, sir.
You still got 219 with you?
Yes, sir.
I thought I told you two you had to be the same place everywhere you go. Why ain't he with you?
I have no explanation for that, sir.
Roster number 217 is Private Christopher Brink from Mississippi, who at age 17 is the youngest member of his airborne class, and, as dictates airborne tradition, keeper of the symbolic paratrooper wings.
Everyone's like, that's baby boy, you know, everyone calls me different stuff. I'm picking up nicknames every day. I just want to have people look up to me and let them know that if I can do it at 17, then you should be able to do it with 18 or 19 or years of experience, you know, within the Army. And I just really want to get everything first go, first try. And so far I have.
As keeper of the wings, Private Brink is part of a tradition created to inspire the jump class. Inspiration the students will need in this browbeating phase of airborne school. Jumping out of a plane is technically the easiest part of being a paratrooper. More challenging is knowing what to do once you hit the ground. Quickly releasing the parachute harness becomes automatic to any paratrooper. Nobody wants to be dragged across the drop zone.
Double time out of my pit. Let's go.
340, 341, 342, 342.
But the most important lesson in airborne school is learning how to fall.
Ready, slip, land. Just the first guy lands. Rotate a little high. Fail to rotate. Only one person lands at a time, Einstein. Is that clear? Ready, land.
Students assigned to Staff Sergeant Bill Bailey are in the hands of one of Airborne School's top instructors.
Rotate it in the air. You've got to do a minimum of 6 satisfactory all parachute landing falls.
Parachute landing fall is about 90% of airborne school.
Again, is that clear?
But you see a lot of soldiers walking away from parachute landing falls on the 3rd, 4th jump that are hurting too bad to make it on the 5th jump. A good parachute landing fall is when you hit all 5 points of contact and you hit, shift, and rotate properly, and nothing hurts.
The 5 points of contact that each student is trying to hit are the balls of the feet, the calf, the thigh, the buttocks, and the pull-up muscle along the torso.
Hurry up, get up there. Because I got 2 complete footprints here.
I love training soldiers.
An airborne soldier.
I like training soldiers.
Land on the balls of his feet.
I always remember my black hats as being big apes. And all they did was yell and make me do push-ups, but I can always remember them. And I know that I had that impact on these soldiers also, and I think of that every once in a while.
So you're making a mockery of it. Is that what you're doing, Airborne?
No, Sergeant Airborne.
It's clear or not clear, weirdo? Do you understand?
Not clear. Yes, clear, Sergeant Airborne.
Airborne, why don't you do your 10 and sound off with a loud thunder? Airborne.
Airborne!
Get over there, Lurch.
All right, feet knees, get eyes on the horizon, clear platform. Feet knees, get eyes on the horizon. Land.
No matter how they fall, their bodies take a brutal beating.
Tomorrow when we go through doing roll call, it's going to smell like Bengay everywhere.
Private Brink, dedicated keeper of the class wings, it's going to take a lot more than sore muscles to keep him from the final prize.
There's nothing that can hold me back. Nothing can hold me back. I got these wings right here. It's my motivation. Right there. That's what I'm going to get. Right there. That's what it's all about.
Before they jump out of planes, students get to tackle a specially designed 34-foot tower.
Stand on your engine reserve. Let go! Let go!
Bear thrust number 110, Sergeant Airborne!
I wasn't touch your side.
Jumping off this tower teaches students how to control their body through the shock of a parachute deploying. It's also the first chance for these students to finally get up off the ground and feel the stomach-dropping thrill of jumping into the void.
You'd be surprised. The first time anyone that has fear of heights jumping out of this tower, they will get in a fetal position, they will reach for the equipment, they will scream.
November 135, Sergeant Airborne.
Weak exit, loose body position. Go back, try it again.
Yes, sir.
You gotta come out of there. You can't fall out.
November 157, Sergeant Airborne.
I'm fired up. This is it's gonna be the best thing we've done all day. So now time we get a little action.
Get too short. Get an extension. Put it on this one. You pass it back to the number 2 man. One short.
One short, Sergeant Airborne. One short, Sergeant Airborne.
Hook it up to the short set of risers that are around your neck. Don't take it out from around your neck. Right hand under palm facing the mound. Stand here. In the shuffle position, 217. Did we forget that? Stand by. Sound off. Last name, roster number.
217!
Elbows in. Head on the horizon. Eyes on the horizon. Go.
It was great. I would have had everything perfect, but I started counting too late. It feels real good. It's a hell of a rush. It's like it's almost like flying. It's cool. I like it a lot. I'm getting ready to go do it again. This time I won't mess up. Everybody makes mistakes. I don't want to make any more.
34-foot tower is also a psychological limit. Someone from way back when figured that 34-foot was the breaking point of a human being. They said, if you can jump from 34 feet, you can jump from 34,000 feet. But once they make one exit, they want to do it again. It's almost like a big Disneyland down here. A lot of joy rides.
We got you. Spread eagle. Spread eagle. Let your hands go. Let your hands go. Got you. Let your hands go. Drop your legs. We got you.
I'm such a loser.
No, you're not.
It was him because he was like, oh, and I was like, no. It was awesome. It was awesome. I loved it. I didn't want to jump. I felt like I was going to die.
To go there and do it again. You floated for a little bit, and then it catches and jerks you up. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Number 217, sorry, Airborne.
217, that was satisfactory. Go exit from the 34-foot tower.
Don't you utilize the trees already?
Yes, yes, you can go use the little train.
After the day's fun, Private Brink and his classmates return to the soldiers' reality in the barracks. There is nothing glamorous about life here. After hours, these soldiers go back to being typical 19-year-old boys.
Ranger NCOs that got here like the same days that we did, they were getting dropped because they didn't know it. This is the latrine up in the barracks. It's what we call the bathroom. It's an army term. It's pretty raggedy looking, but it gets the job done. You see, we got 4 stalls. And you got
Private Brink reveals every side of jump school.
You got some urinals, sinks, 6 sinks, 6 mirrors, which you can barely get to in the morning because everyone's rushing to shave.
Lights out is 10 p.m. sharp.
Tell me about this bed in the barracks and stuff.
What, this bed right here?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's better than the floor.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it uncomfortable?
Yeah, it's comfortable.
I hear you.
It's not like home though, but it'll do.
I hear you. Where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey.
Another tired soldier. He had a rough day. He struggles. But he's a really good guy.
For Brink and his classmates, there will be many more highs and lows as jump school continues. In the meantime, they dream of leaping out of planes as part of an elite paratrooper unit. 700 miles north, at Fort A.P. Hill in Virginia, seasoned paratroopers from the 82nd Airborne Division are putting their jump skills to the test. It's a typical training scenario that awaits any jump school graduate who joins an airborne unit. Today at Fort A.P. Hill, the tension on the ground is as high as the winds gusting across the drop zone.
All right, that's a good copy. Hey, on the packs right now, I've got 103 jumpers hitting the drop zone, over.
This plane load of paratroopers is inbound from Fort Bragg in North Carolina. It's a training exercise, so wind speeds over 13 knots will cancel the jump. That's not a welcome change of plans when you're part of the elite 82nd Airborne Division. Despite the high winds, they get the signal to jump. In combat, a plane load of paratroopers can unload in under 60 seconds. Today's training is a war games exercise meant to mimic as closely as possible a combat situation. Soldiers from the 505th Regiment of the 82nd Airborne are jumping in full combat gear and carrying supplies to sustain them for 2 days. Today's enemy target is an insurgent group holding a village deep in the woods.
I got 3100 mil.
Captain Jones will be leading his Alpha Company in an all-night march to this final objective. As night falls and temperatures drop to below freezing, these soldiers from the 82nd 505th know there will be no rest for the next 12 hours. Eight hours later, it's daylight, and the 505th is still on the move.
Unless they overshoot the objective, and then you'll start going to low ground again, and then you'll have to go south. So either west or south on the high ground, as you're going to find the objective over.
Alpha Company Commander Captain Jones has maneuvered his men through 12 kilometers of difficult terrain.
Green 6, red 6, white 6, Alpha 6, over.
Now, 14 hours after they jumped in, Captain Jones and his men are moments from their final assault.
Put your actual on, or put Alpha 5 on now, over.
But one of Captain Jones's platoons is lost in the woods.
Okay, Stud. Tell me this. Are you in a low ground, like headed uphill? Are you going downhill, or are you just on flat terrain, over?
Just yards away, another company from the 505th is in position as the opposing force, a rebel group defending the village.
Hey, we got a time frame for when they're going to hit us yet?
The enemy spots the offensive force through the trees and fires the first rounds.
Let's go!
Even without his missing platoon, Captain Jones must push his company through the breach point into the village.
Watch your fires, Freeman!
This is where a paratrooper becomes a hunter from the sky, trained to locate and kill the enemy.
Let's go, Lap! Let's go!
Once inside the village perimeter, the soldiers must take 3 buildings, each carefully guarded by enemy forces. To safely simulate combat, these men shoot lasers instead of live rounds. Each soldier wears laser detectors that register when he's hit. Most of today's armed conflicts will occur in an urban environment like this.
Now our threat has gone into a three-dimensional, so we're talking sewers, we're talking street level, we're talking first floor buildings, and we're talking multiple stories on those buildings, rooftops. Now we have to teach that young soldier to expand that thought, so now he's stepping it up, but not going three-dimensional.
Start checking the stairs. Booby traps are moving out. Full security, will he do it? Yeah. Yep, we still got very security.
Just 15 minutes after the initial assault, it's all over.
You good? You got everything, sir? You good?
For the first time in over 24 hours, these paratroopers can lower their guard.
Very rarely do we get to force the soldier into near realistic combat situation by depriving him of sleep and food and just rest in general for almost, we went 27 hours.
For these crack airborne troops, the days of jump school may be long gone, but the confidence they gained there will stay with them forever.
Listen up, Delta Company. If you are so much as a second late for a damn formation on manifest, I will pull you from the course. This is not kindergarten.
Back at Fort Benning, Private Brink and his classmates are starting week 3 at Airborne School, the long-awaited jump week. The class is 25% smaller than it was 2 weeks ago. Most have dropped out in the regular physical training tests, others because of injury. These remaining soldiers have shown they are physically prepared to jump out of airplanes. Their mental toughness is more difficult to gauge.
You go to 300 feet of trees, you should always be...
There is probably a sense of anticipation, a great deal of apprehension, and as you go through the day and you talk to them, you'll find out that the fear will grow.
You'll remain there.
And as you walk down through the pack shed later this morning, you will see in some of their eyes a great deal of fear. And this is a frightening experience when it's the very first time.
Well, you are on my aircraft. If you get sick and you puke inside of a bag, Airborne, you place that bag on the inside of your BDU shirt and jump with it. Is that clear? Check canopy and gain canopy control. Once again, during your third point.
Each student will have to successfully complete 5 daytime jumps from the aircraft this week in order to obtain his or her airborne wings. But it's getting through the first jump that scares most of the students this morning.
To a spread eagle, Airborne.
Yes, I'm scared. I am very scared. I think my nerves will overcome me in a manner to where my mental sharpness, I have no other choice to be mentally sharp.
Really, I'm not scared, but a lot of people are, but they're smart. If they're scared, they're smart. I'm a little nervous. That's it. I'm just ready to go. I think it's more excited than nervous. I don't know what it is. I just never really had a fear other than spiders and sharks. So I'm ready to go.
Okay. Okay, jump master.
It's now 6 o'clock in the morning. They're going to conduct what we call pre-jump. Following pre-jump, they will move into the mock doors, and they will rehearse their exits for individual tap-out. After that, we'll feed them some breakfast, and then we'll take them over into the harness shed. They will draw parachutes and rig up.
Okay, jump master.
At 12 o'clock today, we're going to put them on an aircraft and let them get their first jump in.
Go, let's go. Get out of my ever. Man, sexy there. We'll get out of here. Let's go. Let's go. Stand by. Give it to me. Stand by. Give it to me. Stand by.
When I got here, I was real loud, like ready to go, and now I'm taking it a lot more serious, and because I realized that my life's on the line, and I'm just taking things a lot more serious than I was before. I have changed. I really have. I've grown up some.
Breakfast takes on a whole new meaning when you think it might be your last meal.
This right here is the breakfast of champions. Don't taste real good, but it gets the job done. It's all right.
You were burning daylight there, ugly.
For the Sergeant Airbornes, today brings the best part of the job.
Right.
Literally pushing another airborne class out the door.
If you go up in the aircraft, the first time the doors open, their eyes get about as big as saucers. And you can see pure unadulterated mix between fear, unknowing, and oh my God, what am I doing?
The C-130 aircraft stand quietly in wait on the nearby tarmac as the students fetch their parachutes.
289, 391, 292, 293.
Hey, you guys down here in the hand parachutes, you need to move a lot quicker. Oh, down 482. That's the last man standing.
222, 227, 230.
Orientate the bottom of the aviator's kit bag towards you.
The class endures one last set of parachute donning instructions.
That's why we're doing this by the friggin' numbers.
Then they help one another tighten their parachute
This
harnesses.
is how it's done. This is how it's worn.
They say a tight chute's a happy chute. I'm really happy.
Once geared up, each student receives a careful equipment check.
Safe jump, wireman. Have a seat.
Waiting for the command to load up the aircraft is the most excruciating time of the day. Only the sound of plane engines warming up breaks the tense silence.
There's a dead calmness right now. Dead calmness.
I gotta use the bathroom real bad. But other than that, I'm good to go. I'm ready to go. We've waited here too long. Now, I think they do this on purpose so people are ready to go instead of scared. I don't know. I'm just really ready to get out of here. I can't wait to get in the air and just jump out. I just want to jump.
It's going to be real exciting for me, since it's going to be my first time in an airplane, period. I never flew. I never flew an airplane.
Finally, it's time to board the planes. Most of the class clambers onto the jet turbine engine-driven C-141 that carries up to 200 paratroopers. Private Brink and Private Brown climb aboard the classic turboprop C-130 that holds up to 90 paratroopers.
If there is a paratrooper out there that says that he or she is not scared, they are one of two things. They are really lying or they are really crazy.
The plane is traveling 130 knots toward the drop zone, approximately 10 miles away. Private Brink and Private Brown are just minutes from the greatest thrill of their lives. Soon after takeoff, the jump master prepares the jumpers. It's a process they've gone over time and again in training. A process they will go through if they ever go to war.
The jump master has to ensure that it's safe outside the aircraft. We hang outside the aircraft and we're looking around in a circle. We're looking for other aircraft that are in our space. We're making sure that no one's invading it, aircraft aren't offset, and are endangering anything else. Students' first jump. 80% of them are reluctant to jump. They're nervous. Jumping out of an aircraft is not natural. The human body does not want to jump out of an aircraft. Nor does the human body want to move in front of a moving truck. But once the doors are open, my philosophy, if you're hooked up, you're going. If you are hooked up, you are going. Some of them like to freeze in the door. I don't know what's going through their mind, but I know the jumper behind him wants to go. So I got to help this guy get out the door. A little nudge, well, we whisper sweet nothings in his ear and he jumps all by himself.
What kind of nothings?
Have a nice day.
The students are jumping from 1,250 feet, so it's a short distance to Earth. Just a minute after they've hurled themselves out of the plane, they hit the ground.
Hit me in 1 feet.
Keeping your chest down to name tag level, hold it there, and get your feet and knees together.
Instructors help guide the students down as smoothly as possible.
You got some. Slightly bend your knees and knees together. Slightly bend your knees. What you got? Activate that canopy release.
I love that sound. This is the greatest feeling.
There's nothing else like it, I don't know.
They don't give you much time to think about it, really. They just throw you out the airplane.
Hold on. Yeah!
When I jumped out, I was spinning real fast, and then I had to untwist all my suspension lines, and by the time I finished that up, I was too close to the ground to steer myself clear of the water, so I slammed into the mud, and then my canopy fell on top of me, so it was pretty horrible.
The C-130 and the C-141 aircraft will make numerous passes over the drop zone to unload their human cargo. Back at the loading zone, Private Brink and Private Brown are exuberant after their first jump.
It was the greatest thing in the world. It was the greatest experience of my life.
Fantastic.
I landed right in the ditch. It was great. When I jumped out, it was like I was just sliding right through the air. I mean, it was just like almost like a hot knife going through butter. You know, it was the coolest thing in the world. And I was just going real fast to feel like a jet on a rocket or something like that. And then my chute opened, it was twisted up, it was instinct, and I was reaching up, and I checked my canopy, and I spread it apart, and I started doing my bicycle kick, and it unwound, and I don't know, it was just great. I don't know, I'm a little excited right now to explain how it was, but it was a hell of an experience. It was really fun.
Exhilarating. Coming out the bird, it was quiet, and you forget about the aircraft that was in there. It's like you were actually born in the air. It was right there. Yes, airborne. I really found it today. Airborne.
3 days later, the students are veterans of 4 jumps. Now, they are one final jump away from becoming airborne qualified.
Airborne. Now activate. Feet apart, build the ship.
Get on your back and get out of the harness.
fifth jump, and now I do believe I'm airborne qualified.
That last jump was awesome.
Was it different than the others?
It was a big difference because I have a lot more confidence after the other 4 jumps.
This is the most nervous jump I've had yet. The last one.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think it was just because I know I was done, and every other jump was really easy.
Airborne is just, it makes you something more than average soldier, you know. It's just, they have separations. You're a paratrooper or you're a leg, and I don't want to be a leg anymore. Legs get made fun of, and when you're the man like I am, you can't get made fun of like that.
In the barracks, these young men prepare themselves for graduation.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, how you doing?
Hey man, I'm doing pretty good. What are you doing right now? What are you getting ready for?
Well, pressing my uniform.
I hear it.
Graduation tomorrow.
Well, look squared away, huh?
Squared away, gotta shine my boots.
Let me see these boots. So how's it feel to be a paratrooper?
Feels real good. Feels real good. I did my 5 jumps. My last jump today. Really excited about it. Get my wings tomorrow on my chest.
Tomorrow's a big day, huh?
Final graduation.
I hear you. Where are you from, Private Foley?
Mississippi, man, holding down the south.
I hear you. What part of Mississippi are you from?
Meridian, baby.
I hear you. Will you go ahead and let everyone know that Mississippi is the greatest state in the United States?
It is the greatest state in the United States.
It definitely is.
They don't have as many rednecks as they say.
I know it.
Chicago's better. Yeah, but there's...
Wardetsky.
You can't say there ain't nothing because there's...
What do you think about being airborne qualified, man?
Ain't nothing better, man.
I hear you. Wardetsky, have you had any... What are your goals in life?
Let me see. And marry Britney Spears.
I hear you, man.
I'm going to college after I get out of this thing and marry my girlfriend.
Marry your girlfriend. I hear you. Everyone's talking about getting married.
The future is bright with possibilities as Fort Benning graduates a new class of paratroopers. For this airborne class, graduation coincides with an annual airborne reunion. On this special day, airborne veterans have gathered to pin wings on a new generation of paratroopers. More than anyone else here, these men know that jump school will seem like summer camp to any of these graduates who ever has to experience real combat.
The Pinning of the Wings is a memorable occasion for all new paratroopers. It signifies their entry into the elite corps of the American paratrooper. The soldiers standing before you today are the future of the military and the future of the airborne community.
The keeper of the company wings is always the first to graduate from his class.
Today, Private Christopher Blake will join the airborne fraternity by pinning.
It's a really honorable thing. This is one of the biggest dreams of my life. I don't think there's any words to express how I feel. It's a wonderful feeling.
You do feel a sense of accomplishment because you know your soldiers are going, and you know they're all going to make it too, because I know I trained them right, and it makes me feel good.
They have survived the crack of dawn runs, the relentless yelling, Sergeant Bailey's parachute landing fall lessons, the 34-foot tower, and they have thrown themselves from a moving airplane. After 3 weeks of testing their limits, these men and women can now proudly call themselves airborne.
It's over and done with now.
It's only just begun.
Now you can get the program you just saw on home video. Own it today. For only $19.95 plus shipping and handling, you can experience all the emotions. Journey through life's twists and turns, from great tragedy to the unexpected joy, and share in all the toughest challenges. Have this hour-long program delivered to your door. Call now to order, because there's no thrill like discovery.